this. And if you got your mouse, you can zoom in and out. You can click and drag around, or you got the mini map down here. You can click and drag around, and you zoom in and zoom out, and you'll see there's also navigation down here that jumps you quickly to each section. And what it is it's just a replacement for our stuff that we've had forever, like this stuff. All of this. There's just so much stuff. There's panels everywhere. This is a bad example because that one's not broken down. But, we've got stuff everywhere. We've got the media network has got all of these panels, The show thing alone is a lot, So, and then we've got just stuff all over the place, So what I'm trying to do is get rid of that problem, because it's not the future of websites for sure. Trying to remember and then train people, and then you got to have documentation where every fucking thing is, and then so many bug reports and support tickets and issues around all this stuff is just typically around UI stuff that doesn't even fucking matter. So what I'm trying to get to is a simple interface that we're actually going to use that's useful and surfaces the exact stuff we want to surface. So this is experimental thing with this. This is just an infinite canvas. You see, I can zoom out. I can kind of see the whole universe. It does all collapse down too, So like if I go to home here and I hit collapse, everything collapses down, and you see there's stuff all over the place. But like, if I want to come to the media, for example, rather than coming up here and going into media and clicking around over there, I just come here to the nodes, and I want to come to the media net. I want to see Content Studio, so I'll pop these open. I already had them open, so if I don't need to see Media Network, that tab up there, I can just shut it off. And then it just turns into that, apparently. I don't know what that's about. Oh, man. So, but anyway, you can come in here. That's the Content Studio we'll talk about in a second. There's the calendars right here. And this is nice to navigate on the trackpad if you're on a computer with, a laptop or whatever, because it's zoom in and out, pinch and zoom is nice, and just 2 fingers panning back and forth is super fast. And this down here, I just find this a more intuitive way to get around places. And if you forget where you are, you can just come down here, Gastown here. Or you can always just come back up here, and the old stuff is always there. And additionally, I'm pretty sure this is all attached. Let's see here. Where can I ask for?
Hello, Reverend. How can I help you steal fire from the gods today?
Can you take me to the Content Studio? Yeah, so it's still tied into this old, I say old, it's just different UI here. Regardless, let's talk about this. So that's what the canvas is about here. So we'll hear more about this later, because I'm putting more into this. And really, it's the same panels we have everywhere. I'm just figuring out a different way to visualize it all and make it easier to find. And I don't know. We'll just try this. We got both. They're all there. So with that, this came from, we kind of got all this for free because I had this thing building out our what the hell is it called? It's called Media Network. That's what it's called, Media Network. So let me come out of here. So you go up here and go down to Media Network. You can see, we've got all the stuff in here, the calendar that I just showed you in the node-based version, the distribution, all this stuff is all in the node-based version as well. Come into shows, and when you first load, it loads everything that's into your wallet. I have, right now, all of your businesses got tied to my wallet when I migrated over, so I've got to unwind some of that. But for now, we'll figure that out. But I'm coming down here because it's the only one Watcher Society that has a show attached to it. This is just a demo to show you what we can do. So I created a show. So I can go full screen here. And then we've got this full infinite canvas here. So you can see I got a show with one season. If I want to add a season, I can add a season. I think it's somewhere else. But if I want to add an episode, I can add an episode. So this is this show. This is the season. Oh, no, if I want to add a season, yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is to add a episode. So far we got 4 episodes mapped out. Episode 1, the sealed archive, you can see, and this is all collapsible again. If I collapse it, it all opens back up. Why is that not opening back? Oh, there we go. So this is episode 1, season 1, episode 1, scene 1. So this is just the first scene. So each episode obviously will have multiple scenes depending on how you want to do that. So, and then you come over from the scene, and then this is your scene editor. It all starts with the script. So you can write the script here. Each break in paragraph creates a new set of tools here that allows you to add sound effects or voiceover. So for example, I made this line a sound effect by clicking this. So see, I unchecked it, now it's nothing, but if I turn it back on, now that's a sound effect, and I'll just have it regenerate. And the sound effect it's going to produce goes to 11 Labs, and it just uses this as the prompt. So I can play it. Wow, that is terrible. See, this is why you want to curate this. It was pretty good before City Life. Oh my God, this is bad. Okay. So keep tweaking the prompt. This is the whole idea here. We can keep. Man, it is intentionally picking the most annoying shit. This is fucking incredible. Come on, give us a good one. Oh my fucking God, what the fucking hell is happening here? Man, I cannot believe this. The stupidest shit ever. Motherfuck, this thing is working so goddamn great all goddamn day. That's just nothing. What the fuck is that? What are you doing? This is trash. What the fuck is this thing doing? All of a sudden it sucks. Oh, man. This is complete shit. Well, whatever. I got a fucking problem there, obviously, because that was not an issue before. Motherfuck. That sucks. Try this. Wow. Trash. Something got corrupted in my prompt. Had to, because I ran this a million fucking times and it worked great. And of course, when I go live to demo the motherfucker, like every fucking thing with this fucking thing, it just fucks up. Shit. I can't even tell you how many times I tested that fucking thing. Never heard that trash. There's something corrupted here that I'm not going to dig into right now. But the point here is you can generate sound effects. Let's see what this one does. That's the sound of a wall crumbling. Let's see if it'll generate some weird shit. I think something got corrupted in my prompt. No, it's just this. super curious. Yeah, this is just fucked. There's just a fucking glitch right here. Well, there's a bug in here that's corrupting. I think it's just because I built this so you guys are going to use this. This does work. So this is meant to be a script generator, and then if you want to make podcasts, it will generate podcasts. So you can go pay sound effects. You can pick voices. So, for example, I've got this does not need to be a sound effect, so I've got it muted, and this is an intro, so this is muted. So then this is a voice effect right here. So I've got the voice selected, and you can select voices here. There's a bunch of them coming from 11 Labs, and you can play them all in here. You can favorite them. The favorites, you can sort by your favorites. Then, of course, you can filter by a lot of things up here. And there's this one right here, which I don't like that UI, but this is my custom voice right here. Seek the light in others, and your growth will multiply. That's creepy as fuck, man. So
life without love is like a tree without...
So you can play little snippets of the voices to get an idea, and you can set a default voice for the scene as well. I've got that kind of whatever that name is, Callum voice there as a default voice. So you can see I select that voice, and then I generate. It takes the script, and it generates
In the heart of old Chicago, where history's whispers are buried beneath layers of concrete and steel, a construction crew stumbles upon a forgotten relic. Behind a crumbling basement wall lies a sealed chamber, untouched by time.
And then the next line here is the sound effect, right? So I can play that.
Worker 1, excited, slightly muffled.
Well, see, this thing already messed up. Something's messed up with my... Yeah, I found this a glitch with this thing here. Let's try this. Okay. That's pretty serious. Hey, you got to see this. Yeah, this thing totally broke. It all broke. Of course, it fucking broke. First goddamn time I demo. It works perfect until you demo shit. This is how life works. Fuck you, technology. Shit, man. Hey, you got to see.
The demolition worker exclaimed.
Hey, you got to see this. Wow, that's just wild, man. That's my voice. I just select my fucking voice. So if I want to do Sarah, you can hear the difference. I'll redo Sarah here.
Hey, you gotta see this.
But if I want to go back to this guy, we could try him.
Hey, you gotta see this.
Or we can go back to the Reverend and try that. Hey, you got to see this. It's so weird, man. Anyway, so this thing is meant to make content. So you can go through here line by line, sound effects, voices, whatever you want to do. And you got chatbot here that can help you. And I can just say, hey, help me flesh this out. And it will. There you go. So see, it will help you write the content. Now, it's just giving ideas. You don't have to, I mean, damn, it's just doing the whole goddamn thing. So there you go. So there you go. It's got the whole thing. But what the idea here is then you can take pieces of it. Or this thing will let you can play it. I don't know what this does.
Sure, let's expand on the episode. Here's a draft outline with some additional content. Intro, sound of construction and city life. Discovery, sound of footsteps and echoing voices in the chamber. Worker 1, whispering. What is all this stuff? Narrator, building suspense. Among the relics, a set of 7 magnetic tapes catches their attention. They look important. Narrator, anticipatory. With a sense of urgency, they find an old tape player and press play. Feel free to suggest any changes or additional elements you'd like to include.
So this is cool. Cool.
Sure, let's expand on the episode.
No, that was all I wanted. So I still got some work on this UI a little bit, but so you go from script here. I probably should put this over here or something. I don't know. We can play around with this, but you can see if I want, I can hit insert into editor, and it will. Yeah, that's horrible behavior right there. So you can see it dumped all of that it put right into there, and then it makes a section here. So you can go through line by line, or you can just set a default voice on all of it if it's just one voice that just is a podcast style. So if you got a podcast here, you just throw your script in here, you throw one voice on here, and you hit play scene. So in fact, let's just fucking do it. I can hit generate full scene right there. See that? It's going to generate 47 clips. It's got a default voice, that Callum Huscom voice. So this is not going to be what we want, but I'm just expediting this to show you what this does. Because as you go through here, you can make nice little content. Starting from the text, you got chatbot assistant, and then once you've got the audio version of it, then you can come over here and where's the fucking yeah, I forgot about the other buttons. There's something weird with this thing that is making it jump back to that small size. Annoying. So you can see also on each line is, come on, damn it, is this image. So you pop open the image. Man, that bug sucks. It keeps making it jump to that small size. That is annoying. Okay, so you can see you can generate an image for that scene. So if you're going to make a video out of it, you can do slideshow style, or you can run all the way over here to our badass effects engine and have it do all kinds of stuff, whatever we want. So turn into a video there. We can do one video for the whole thing. And I've got one image for the whole thing. I think I have some, I had some generated already. I don't know what the hell happened to them. If you don't have any creativity in your body, this thing will actually generate the whole thing. It'll build a whole thing for you here. And it will even use this AI director. You'll see it'll pop up. It'll analyze your script and all images and do a whole bunch of stuff for you. Basically what it does is it fills out this chat bot for here that makes you a video. So what it does is an advanced version of this uses the chat bot to use our video engine to make a video from all of this once you've passed it all the way through. So this is got 46 of 47. I don't know why it's 46 of 47, but let's see what happens here. That's hilarious. It's got it all fucked up. It played them out of order already, I can tell.
The demolition worker exclaimed.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta see this.
Sure, let's expand on the episode. Here's a draft outline with some additional content. Intro. Sound of construction and city life. Narrator, calm, intrigued. In the heart of old Chicago, where history's whispers are buried beneath layers of concrete and steel, a construction crew stumbles upon a...
You get the idea. There's some glitches in there, but so you put your script in here. If you want to go line by line, change voices. If you got dialogue that goes back and forth, you do that here. And if you wanted to generate an image for that particular scene, you can do that. So like the demolition worker exclaimed, or you got one of these. Let's come up here to the, I gotta fix this resizing thing. That is awful. this one here. So if I want to generate in an intro this image here, I don't want that, and I don't want that, and I do want this one. So this is this would be an image that we could either animate or just have as a static slideshow style or Ken Burns style. But you can come in here, you can edit the prompt if you want, and the prompt just comes from the script. It's the same as the script, so you can probably tweak that and make it better. But I'm just going to use it and hit generate, and you'll see this is the workflow. So we have that thing. We have our script. In fact, I got to have this thing fix this thing. Oh, wait, what is this? Okay. Oh, man, this got the fucking mic fucked up. Okay, hold on. We have a really annoying bug in the content editor node that every time I make a change in there, kind of anywhere, it's jumping and resizing back to some default size. You got to fix this immediately, or I'm going to throw this computer out of the fucking window. Oh, it's annoying. Okay. All right, so this thing's ready to build out our new page here, I guess. All right, so this thing generated an image. This looks kind of cool. So you can click on it. You should be able to click on it. We can see the full image here, and it's also got the prompt down here. It's probably good enough, so we could use that, right? If you don't like it, you can regenerate it. You can tweak the prompt, whatever you want to do. We'll save the prompt. And then what you can do is you come over here and see if you hit run from build from script, this button, and you've generated images, it will automatically populate that image. So see what it does. So then it's got like, you got a little timeline kind of thing here, and then what it does, and you can go scene by scene, add text effects or whatever, image stuff. So then all the templates are here. No, the templates are here. So you can use all of these kinds of things, you know, and we can do stuff with plain old image loading as well to make a video. So it'll use this stuff, and I haven't tested this all the way through yet. It's just pulling UI really from our other stuff that has been tested and making it into this node-based workflow. So you can see, like, we got an intro image. If we wanted to generate for this scene down here, we can generate one. And once it's done, it should pipe this into here. We kind of got to pull it. I think you got to click this thing to pull it in. So then down here, once you've got this, say we got a video ready, we can use our existing render pipeline, our video engine, and render it. And it'll render out ready to be distributed, and it stores in the back end. And then guess what? Then you go distribute the motherfucker. So then you can do it on, it's labeled terribly. That both says Watcher Society, but I know that, you know, once it's got it, you got a rendered output here. It will distribute it to the right places. So wherever it needs to go, Twitter, YouTube, whatever social platform it's broadcasting on. So there we go. It generated this one. That's pretty wild. So I think we can use that one. This thing should pull this in if we go to compose. Yeah, so see, it pulls it in right here. We can have Ken Burns effect. We can manually select any one of these effects on it, which is one of these. This is just the visual of them. So the default is Ken Burns, which is just like a slow zoom in kind of, and you can have it how long the speed of it, etc. So I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. I don't even know if this will work. Video failed. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, there's a million errors on this, and that's okay. This really just started coming together today, so. It's largely there. We know this works. It's just pulling over UI from all of our other stuff into one canvas here. So now we've got a nice workflow that's easy to understand, right? So this from beginning to end, from idea, just a simple idea. I gave this thing one idea: dispatches from Tartaria, with a lore about our kind of Watcher Society lore that I built in a while back. And it extracted that, just 4 episodes here of the beginning of a script, you know. And there's that bug again.
Complete. Reverend delivered 19 lines of SEO metadata via Create Event Metadat.
What? You did what? Oh, this. Okay, this is our authority engine thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, just waiting for this thing to fix this annoying ass bug that keeps resizing this thing. So anyway, you've got to go from script if you want to go line by line. If you're just in a simple podcast style, you don't have to go through all this complexity, but you can. You can go scene by scene. You can flesh out and you can build a whole goddamn show as complex and as dense as you want. So this also will do webinars. That's my main use case that I want to use it for, is webinar generation. Of course, creating shows is cool. We'll do that for, traffic and entertainment type stuff to build our audiences, of course. But right away, this is I'm building in a dedicated templatized workflow to say a webinar generator is kind of a big word and kind of belittles the whole thing, because a really well done hero's journey webinar is fucking gold, and you can't just have some piece of software spit that out. I don't care how good your AI is, but we can templatize a lot of it. So we can do this, and we go through hero's journey style. Now we've got all the plumbing, all the interface. The AI can help with all the visuals along the way. And then on the back end of this engine, too, is also captions that it can do on top of everything if we want to do that kind of thing. So we've got a content engine. We've got as well tied into our ad mesh, our media network. Ad mesh is all of this. All of our sites, so we can run.
Reverend fixed the editor node jump and resize bug.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, please push that. Okay, it's fixing that. So you can see here, we can start to tie all this together, and I think will be a more usable interface. And this publisher network is where your guys' sites will plug in here, similar to Google's publisher network. Project 512, this is changing because this is supposed to be factory. And this is going to be a way for, this is what this is meant to be. It's going to the right route. It's just got the wrong thing loaded here. So what this does is it's going to, well, it's way down here. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this will be, so this is totally fake, this fucking thing. Okay. So what this will be is where you go into the factory and you see the state of your businesses, your projects, etc. That's what this, it just caught, I don't know. I think I said something wrong at one point, and now it thinks Project 512 is our factory. So anyway, this all is going to get relabeled, and this will be routed differently. Right now it does do the Project 512 stuff, but this is intended to be the factory. So you come in here, you see the factory, and so that's going to get fixed. down here, like when you come down to member, here there's an update here. The member is the same as member stuff. Oh man, it's this thing popping all over. So right there, if you see here, and once you've got this put in a spot, it will stay there. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's the live channel. Wow, that's fucking cool. Look at this. Okay, so you don't lose context of what I'm doing here. See, I'm just zoomed out. This is the whole everything, and you can see the mini map when I go down here in the lower left corner.
Reverend, all work done. Static pages built and linted successfully.
So I'm clicking down here and clicking member, and that comes to the member related stuff. So this brings up your profile, which is the same as you, of course, going up here and click profile. It's exactly the same, okay? And if you want to, rather than having to go up there and then click profile, if you want to see the actual full page, you just click right here and it will open up in a new tab for you. So you can see both. You can see it in this way, or you can see it in this node-based version, which I find really handy because sometimes I just want to see it this way, and then quickly go up over here and work on something else. And plus, whenever you come here, like you can click center node right there, automatically centers it. We go to Gastown here, for example, and if I hit back, watch this. It goes right back to where you were before. We hit back again. It goes back to Project 512 where we were, add mesh. So you'll see I'm hitting forward and back through the system, and it navigates back and forth. This is super important as well because it keeps a history of all of this. So you can hit back and forward really fast, zoom in, zoom out, navigate this around our whole world a whole lot easier, I think, anyway. This is wild. So this is world within a world. Look at this. So I'm in this node-based thing, got our live stream thing loaded, and look now it's got this thing here too. This is wild. So I'm going to close that because I don't know what it's doing. But and then down here, what is this? So this is replays. So if you wanted to just watch the replays from here, you can. It's the exact same stuff. It has all the replays. You want to watch it right here, it's the same. So and again, so we've got an update here. That update was to fix this bug, I hope. Man, it doesn't look like it already. Ish. Annoying. I might have to drop some F-bombs to the Mr. AI, because if this doesn't fucking stay the same size, I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, something's weird here. Something is still strange. Oh, well, let me do this. Let's pop one of these out. Great. Didn't fucking do it. Oh, wait. It did do it. It just did it fucking weird. God damn it. Okay, well, we got some bugs here. I don't want to be debugging bugs of this stupid thing, but you guys get the idea. At least this is better. You generate your script, whatever it is you're doing. You use a voiceover. I guess we could figure out a way to upload it, audio. I didn't even think about that. If you already have the audio done. Anyway, so then you can come through here. You can generate the images. You can have this system build out the video for you. Of course, we got to fix some of the rendering issues, but I know it works. That whole pipeline has been tested to death. This is just a UI issue with it breaking right here. But so you can zoom in here. You can. I got to fix that too. So this is the whole thing. You can do whatever aspect, and that needs to be updating too. But it's got the length right there, which we'll clean that up. And then you can distribute, which we've got the distribution stuff to yet to figure out a little bit, because some of them we can do via API, some of them we do via browser based. So another thing we've got here now, super powerful, is in the well, we can see it in the canvas. I'll just show you here if you want to see it in the canvas. You go to Gastown. I think it's. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of these. So I need to collapse some of that stuff. Oh, it's up here. So I got to get this broken down. We're gonna have to break this out into its own thing because it's a little weird right now. But you come into the research here, and we've got this ClickBank research tool. Now I changed this thing to where it only pulls. It's got fixed categories. So these are the exact categories that are on the ClickBank marketplace. I didn't pick these categories. I don't think they're the best categories. I don't think they're organized that well, but I can't do anything about it. That's ClickBank's issue. And it doesn't really matter in the end because this is just a research tool. But that thing's been updated very heavily, and this just is badass now. It's working really well. It just pulls back really fast. And in whichever category you want, it does the research, pulls the top whatever. I think I've got it 10, but for some reason it's pulling 40, but whatever. It pulls everything. You can open it up and you can see the affiliate page and everything or whatever it pops. I don't know what is this. Wow, their affiliate page. Wow, look at this. I'm curious. Their affiliate page is a fucking drop. What is this? Memory foam pillow? Why is it not opening? I gotta know now. Well, there's something glitch about it. Anyway, this research tool is badass. It's going to run once a week. Probably doesn't even need to do that. I got it set to run once a week on relationships and dating. Oh, in fact, I got it disabled. I do have it disabled. I got the timer disabled because I don't think we need to run it that often. We already have enough projects as it is. So back to the canvas here. We've got, if you go to factory, no, factory's not cleaned up yet. So the best place to see it is here. We've got it's all the same UI that's already other places. I'm just trying to give you a lot of options on how to find things, etc. So that is that. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit. Just wanted to show you kind of like what's going on here. Because I'm really going to try to get rid of a lot of UI and just show you what you need to get, you know. We don't need a bunch of reports. We don't need a bunch of dashboards. I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible. Eventually, you'll just come in here and you'll ask Prometheus, what the fuck's up, motherfucker? And it'll tell you.
Hello, Reverend. How can I help you steal fire from the gods today?
I am attempting to demo you, and I just want to ask, what the fuck's up?
Reverend, I appreciate the raw signal. Here's what's up. No campaigns burning fuel. There are repeated wallet registration errors for Tony at Mega Income. If this is part of your demo, we can fix it or log a bead and patch the leak. So tell me, do you want to spin up a campaign, launch a new business, wake the agents with a job, or diagnose the wallet issue live? Point me at the fire.
I'm curious where you're getting that wallet issue from, because that's been fixed already. Where are you finding that?
Good catch, Reverend. I'm not pulling that from thin air. It's coming from the recent system event log in Gastown's state feed. There are multiple entries showing wallet registration failed, user not found for email, Tony@megaincome.com. Those entries are timestamped in the recent events stream. That's historical signal, not a live check. If you've already fixed it, what we're seeing is likely residual error logs from before the patch. The engine remembers the smoke even after the fire's out. If you want, I can. Check current system health live, verify wallet registration flow status, or log a cleanup bead to suppress stale error surfacing. Tell me which pipe you want inspected.
I want you to go message use the mail, message the mayor in Gastown and tell them to clean up all those blocked beads. We don't want them fixed. We don't want them to be regurgitated through our system. Just clean them up and get them out of the way so we can start our factory fresh. I have no idea what's going to happen here, honestly.
Understood, Reverend. The internal channel relay isn't accepting the transmission. That pipe may not be provisioned in this environment. 2 options. 1. I log...
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure that was going to do anything. But the piping is there. We just got to tie all this together. So, I want to ask it, actually, let's do this.
Hello, Reverend. How can I help you steal fire from the gods today?
I'm trying to navigate around the graphs in the canvas. Can you help with that?
Of course, Reverend. The canvas is your war map. On a trackpad, pinch to zoom. Double-click to dive into its route. The last thing we want is a map that fights the navigator. The last thing we want is a map that fights the navigator.
I know, but I want you to navigate to me. Take me to the media network or the ad mesh. I don't know, something. Okay, it did it. It just didn't do it on the node graph. Okay, that's fine. It's just, and that's, that's the first thing it's going to select. I mean, it's still pretty fucking cool. It still did it. I just wanted it to do it on the canvas, which would have been this action here, essentially. So whatever. It's the same goddamn thing. So, yeah, it's the same thing. Man, this is... Yeah, so campaigns, creatives, it's all kind of just sitting there ready, all right? So the factory is ready. We've got all these interfaces into it. We've got everybody's businesses plugged into there. We've got a whole giant, wild-ass fucking media engine. I don't know. This is broken. I got more work to do on this, obviously, but... We can do any sort of media, starting from a script all the way through, whether it's podcasts, whether it's just text-based, we're posting on Medium or LinkedIn style text-based blogs, or our articles on our own sites. We've got our agents trained on this kind of behavior where it can be a chat bot, voice bot that brings in contextual stuff. Let's go see what our agent did with our... I think it called it Authority. If it works right the first time, I'll be shocked. Authority Engine Cohort. Page not found. Maybe that's not the right thing. Or, Authority Engine Sprint. All right, here we go. Choose your guild: Quality Guild, Experimental Guild, Editorial Guild, Distribution Guild, Ops Guild. Here's how it works. Pick your guilds. Async Sprint. What the fuck is that? Weekly live sessions. Ship and present. What you'll build. Member experience map. Okay, so we got to clean this up. But this is basically a page for you guys to register for our spring 2026 I don't know what this is. Async. I don't know what the fuck. Authority Engine Sprint. So what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about that. Don't go register for this yet. It's live, but don't register for this yet. Let's see. You can select multiple guilds. So don't sign up yet until you know what you're signing up for. This is our internal sprint we're going to do to launch all of these authority engines, because I need help, obviously. So we need the human in the loop to be the eyes and ears, to be the one to where is it? To look at things like these, to listen to the audio, to look at images like this and say, yes, it's good or bad. Look at the end result before it goes out to distribution to say, yes, it's good or bad, right? And if this image if it's bad, then we regenerate it, right? So this is a human in the loop that will always be here, that won't ever change, especially when it comes down to this part, telling stories. This is a powerful fucking machine here for telling stories. We start telling stories in this sort of way. I mean, in this sort of way, and the same old way of what you're always telling stories, but we've got the mechanism here to run this all via agents as well. Because once we've got this templatized, of course, we can run this in all kinds of automated ways. We can't automate everything. But so we've got a nice way to work here, not constrained by UI. Eventually we'll have our voice agent here tied in with the chat bot. So if we forget where things are or whatever, it'll just take us there. And it's proactive too. So you can see it knows what campaigns we've got going on. It knows we have nothing running. So we're ready here. So we got our media network. We've got our own internal ad network. We've got funnel builders. We got funnel optimizers. We got agents that run 24/7 doing competitive research and ClickBank type research and competitive research on ads, looking at ads library. So that's the next part of this thing that's going to, as part of our ad network, the creatives part of it. Where is it? Down here. Ad Mesh. So Ad Mesh is our internal ad network, but we're also have our agents that are researching creatives for competitors out there, or campaigns that are working, right? All connected into our systems, feeding back in the ways that we need them feeding back to, so we can see what the hell's going on here, right? So we've got that. We've got everything. So now it's time to do something with it. And now, as we go forward today, now this fucking thing figured out the Watcher Wave system. Oh my God, look at this thing. And it's doing it on a multiple time frames. See all these purple with the hearts and the like the little crystal ball thing? That's doing it on higher time frames. I mean, look at this thing. This is wild. So look at these zones is painting from higher time frames. So these are the two zones. I mean, this is fucking. I never thought that this thing would be able to figure this out. I just thought it would be just too many variables. But here it is. Look at this. It's got it down now to 807 lines of code because I had it refactor a lot of it. But this is it. The Watcher Wave system, Oracle Sniper Team. This fucking does it, man. It does it. It fucking does it. And it does it well. It took a little bit for me to like get it to pushed over the edge. And, you know, of course I had to fart around with a lot of things. But, man, this thing's badass. So it's got its own little dashboard up here, which I really don't even know what all of this means exactly yet. I can kind of tell. But it built a user guide for us for it. And then we've got, when you apply it to your chart, it's got all of the settings here. We can change kind of anything you want in it. man, really the only thing it's not doing is executing the fucking trades. And the only reason it's not is just because I went live at 3 o'clock. So I haven't had a chance to plug that part in. But man, can it play a sad trombone? Man, let's try it. Let's see. I don't know how old your message was. 29 minutes ago. I'm curious. It should be able to do anything. Watch. So yeah, if we want to throw in a sad trombone, let's just do it right in here. Random spot. Well, look at this. Let's see. Let's pick the reverend voice here. I want to hear this. Worker 1 whispering, what is all this stuff? Let's do it this way. Okay. So this will be the reverend. Oh, come on. There we go. What is all this stuff? Oh my God, that's creepy. That is kind of creepy, actually.
Worker 1 whispering.
What is all this stuff? Okay, let's try a sad trombone. Let's see. Sad trombone sound. So if I switch to, it's sound effect, and then I hit generate. That's not a trombone. Trombone. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, something like that. Let's see if it'll pick that up.
Worker 1 whispering.
What is all this stuff?
Sound of rustling and clinking as items are examined.
What is all this stuff? I can play with this all fucking day. Oh man, this is about to get a lot of fun. So yeah, there you go. Sad trombone. I just had to tell it. I just made a new line there and told it. So then it will generate that in there somewhere, and then turn that into whatever sort of media you want. And so, yeah, so let's absorb that for a little bit and then come back here to what we're going to do with this motherfucker, because I am a little bit shook with this, because this is, look at this. I'm just going to scroll back. If you guys had actually put in the work to study this Watcher wave system, this should shock the fucking shit out of you, because you know how fucking hard it is to spot that. Look at this. It's just nailing it, and it's marking the levels. And look. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a fucking money printer. Goddamn it. I told you guys, if you will learn it, it's a money printer. Well, what if the computer learns it? What if the fucking bot learns it? What is that, a money printer? What do you guys think? I'm going to take a little bit of a break and have you guys ruminate on this for a little bit. How do you like that for a big word? Here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to listen to a little bit of music here. We're just going to watch this thing work because it's working live. Look. So you see that with the... we don't need all this. So it's getting crowded, so we're going to have to do something with how this... Sometimes it gets the same signals on the same bar and it overlays. So anyway, you see the little zap lightning fucking thing right there, and then you see possible. There's a P's here. It's mapping out the possible zones before they fucking happen. You'll see it. It's going real slow right now because we're in kind of a slow part of the market, but That's what's happening here. These turn into, it starts predicting where the fucking zones are. I've been watching it all goddamn day. It picked them off. Bink, 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 bink. I watched it. I hope it'll do it here. I don't know if we got enough market activity right now, but man, this thing is nailing this watcher wave system on multiple time frames at the same time. Everything that's purple on here, these purple zones and these purple, the things that are in purple, that's on a different time frame. It's picking it off. So when the higher time frame lines up with the lower time frame, bam, I mean, you're predicting the fucking market. You guys that study the watcher wave system should be shitting your fucking pants right now, because I am. I've been studying trading for fucking 30 years plus, my whole goddamn life. I've never seen anything like this. Look, it mapped this right here. Failed 2, mapped right there. They got this 2 right here. Look where the market fucking stopped right here. At that 2, it mapped back. Man, this is fucking epic. This is fucking epic. This is fucking epic. I really want to do the kung fu fighting, but okay. This is my favorite song of all time. I don't know if you guys knew that. Shit is most definitely about to get real. JB said it. Oh my god. I mean, goddamn, this thing alone, even if all we had was this. Even if all we had was this. But no, we got authority engines. We got all this wild shit. Oh, I'm curious. Let's try this. Let's do, let's see what it'll do in music. Techno dance music party. Okay, guess not. What is all this stuff? Okay, let's do it. Let's do a test here. This is some wild ass shit. I'm just gonna do a transcription again. That's what you call it. Okay, there we go. That literally word for word transcript. What is it? Watch this. What is all this stuff? This is some wild ass shit. I'm just gonna do a transcription again. That's what it's. Okay. It doesn't stop. It doesn't pause. I don't know why. I wonder how you make it pause. Like, fucking pause, motherfucker. Take a fucking breath. I don't know. It's not pausing. I gotta figure out how to make it pause. What is all this stuff? Like, this is some wild ass shit. Like, I'm just gonna do a transcription again, if that's what it's called. Oh man, that's fucking crazy. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Okay, that was that version. That was a live version. Now let's see the fucking...
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Okay, let's hear from the Reverend.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I gotta redo it here. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Like, I doubt it. It's like I'm questioning it. Let's do an exclamation point. Let's see if that helps. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting, motherfuckers. Everybody was kung fu fighting, motherfuckers.
You gotta keep on making me high. You got.
Y'all gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches.
You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches. You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches.
You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches.
You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches.
You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches.
You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches. 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 Oh, man. Oh, man, this is killing me. Okay, let's jump over to here. Our life gets a billion times better. Suddenly, life gets a billion times better. You gotta keep on making me high. You gotta keep on making me high, bitches. Bitches. Oh man, this is infinite fun here. Oh my god. Okay, so we can do anything we want with this. Obviously, we want to generate an image for that's broken for some reason down here, but you can see it pre-populates down here. Let's see what kind of image that generates. I'm very curious. This might get flagged actually. Making me high. Some of these image generations get flagged for dumb shit. I'm curious if it will work. Okay, well, we got something. Okay, there's what we got. That's some weird shit. All right. So anyway, we've got all the plumbing, the piping, the everything. I'm gonna pause this. It's annoying me a little bit. So here's what we're gonna do. We need to map out how to get all of this stuff into play, because if we keep going at the way that I'm going with this stuff, it's never going to go anywhere. And here's why. So I've had a pretty frank conversation here with ChatGPT for the last few days here, and it's put together a plan for us. It's very, very extensive. I wonder if I can find a place that's a... yeah, this is a lot here. So I'm trying to just find the beginning part here. The 5 guilds. Here we go. This is what we're getting at here. The community plug-in model without you becoming a boss. You don't need employees, you need guides, bounties, and this is talking to me. So here's how this started. Back at the live event, really, at the boot camp, I made a huge realization that I'm kind of the bottleneck, and I've known that, and that's just why I've been so furiously building. I've just been building and building to not be the bottleneck, and my intention with the live event was to, create more access for you guys to get into all this stuff that we have, and me not be the bottleneck. So more and more UI, more and more things, and more automation, more and more features, and oh my god, I've built so much stuff just in the last 8 weeks. I mean, I built 10 years worth of stuff in 8 weeks. That's not even an exaggeration. Holy fucking hell. So I at the live event, I realized there's a couple things there. One, the big one that I realized, we kind of made a joke out of it, of firing the mayor of Gastown. Well, what does that really mean? It means that the problem that's solving was just a mental shift for me more than anything, because I realized, I mean, this is a stuff that's a little bit tough for me to admit, and that's the reason why we're having this conversation, and the reason why we had the funny, goofy game about firing the mayor of Gastown, and the reason why we're about to map out this thing, and the reason why this thing just now is a thing, and we haven't done much with the Oracle sniper team like I talked about, and what we started off strong with. All of this boils down to one fucking thing that I'm dealing with, have been dealing with since November of 2007. When Saturn entered my fucking realm and has been sitting on my fucking ass the whole goddamn time. So for 18 fucking years, I've been dealing with this shit, and that comes to an end in November this year, which is amazing. But so, what does this all mean? Here, let me spell it out for you. And, well, look at that. How about that? I'll spell it all out here. Here's one thing that I've been dealing with. Fear. I'm fucking terrified, man. I'm scared of all this shit. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to see why I'm afraid of trading. It's literally why I went to prison and nuked a lot of people's lives. And man, I got serious fucking PTSD about it. It's diagnosed by multiple doctors too. It isn't even me self-diagnosing. I did 15 fucking years of therapy and beyond that. God damn it. I've been through every fucking thing you can imagine. Self-help, you fucking name it. Including marching my ass down to the middle of fucking nowhere in the Amazon jungle for weeks on end, fucking doing plant medicine shit to figure out, why am I so fucking scared of everything? It's trauma, man. I was so much goddamn trauma in my life. This is where the rage comes from, because I've got so much inside me and I can't get it out to the world. I can't. I've been trying for fucking 18 fucking years to get some of this stuff out, and it's still stuck. Well, that's going to change, and it is changing in 2026, as now we're entered in a different era. Saturn's in Aries now, so fuck it. At least it's on my self-expression, and it's on my... Anyway, fuck, enough of the astrology bullshit. It's time to fucking go, man. We're in the year of the horse now. Energy's shifted, and it's time to just fucking get past this. And the only way that's gonna get solved for me with the trading stuff is just seat time. And the only way that I'm gonna get past the fear of... Well, let's talk about trading for a second before we get off on the other fear, because there's two branches of this fear that I'm dealing with, and I've been hiding behind. I quite literally moved my ass out in the middle of the fucking desert multiple times, and out in the wilderness and mountaintops and fucking you name it, hiding from the fucking world, because I can blame the world, but at the same time, man, I'm just fucking afraid. I don't know how to approach, quote unquote, the world. Because anytime I've put myself out there in a big way, I have gotten just horrifically awful results in a lot of ways. And, but I also know for some reason deep down inside, I have to do this. And here's a big fucking thing here that I've got that most people don't have to deal with, but I get to deal with it because of some fucking reason. Hopefully this area. Yeah, right here. I get to deal with this right here. My fifth house, which is self-expression. My sun is there, which is my heart. Fucking Mars is there, which is war and aggression. And Mercury, that's Mercury actually. This is Mercury. Mars, which is this communication, aggression and my heart and soul all in self-expression while simultaneously having this Pisces rising over here right at 20 fucking degrees of all goddamn things. This makes me a loud fucking scared bitch who complains about everything. Fucking hell. And on top of it, I got fucking Saturn sitting on my ass for fucking 18 goddamn years, which means everything I try to do, it's very much like a chart. You see, it's when Saturn's on your shit, it's like this. The chart wants to go up, and it just keeps getting kicked back down. It kind of wants to go up, it keeps getting kicked. So, like, this has been my fucking life. I've been stagnating like this for 18 motherfucking years, and it does not matter what I fucking do. I can't break out of this goddamn something right fucking here. So eventually I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm out. Fuck everything. I'm like, why work? Why do anything if I can't fucking break through? If everything's shit, I get to run into obstacles every fucking time I go to do any goddamn thing. I run into a major fucking wall that stops me. Whether it's Google or merchant accounts or fucking Facebook or fucking you name it, the banking system, the fucking IRS, the federal fucking government. Like, god damn it, there's a fucking wall of something here. It's Saturn. I know that's what Saturn is. Saturn's been holding my fucking ass down for 18 fucking years. And here I am thrashing around underneath all of here, trying to build shit, trying to break fucking through and giving up and then coming back in again. The motherfuck. And now, I really feel like I've broken through all of that. And, well, I know I can look at the charts and see it clearly. We all have. But here I am still with fear. And the fear, I mean, fuck, I've studied the hell out of this for a giant part of my life. I know what this is all about. Fuck, man. Fear almost always is pointing you to the exact thing you're supposed to be going towards. So anyway, this is where we are. This is why all of a sudden our Oracle Sniper team came to a screeching halt, and I started building other shit. I just hit a wall of fear, and anyway, so here's where we are. We've got this badass thing. So that's fear number one. Fear number two is this. Because this thing is awesome. I mean, I've only been working on this for really one day, really. One solid day. Okay, we'll say 2 days. Whatever. Not that fucking long. And it doesn't even need to be that long because I already have so much of this stuff built over the years. I'm really just tying things together in a UI that makes it a little bit easier to use. So that's the key here, is that it's like all that scribbling I did on the screen earlier. Man, I've been building. I fucking have been building like you fucking can't imagine. Like, you guys will never see all the stuff I've built. It's just too goddamn much. But it all was a foundation for all of this stuff that's coming now. Okay, so now I've done this before. I did this before back in 2014. We launched WooCar. Fuck, man. I had a fucking badass tech suite. Built a bunch of cool shit. Threw it out there. We made a bunch of money, and then immediately it nuked my fucking life. 1999, I built some cool charting software on TradeStation, and I was doing the Delta phenomenon stuff and early high-frequency trading and option spread trading on charts, some of the earliest electronic trading there was. Fucking mastered it early. Fucking really had it licked. got my ass handed to me. I built websites for fucking celebrities and you name it. And fucking as soon as I go try to do something, I get my fucking ass handed to me. I get slammed by Google or fucking... This is really meta. Check this out. So if you go to Canvas, watch this. You go to Canvas and go to media, and then you have to... I don't know if this how it displays for you guys, but you go over here to... This is my businesses. Go down here to Watcher Society and click on this. Now look at this. This is wild. So I'm gonna zoom back out again. So we're in the canvas, right? Now we zoom into that. Now we're in this content studio node, right? If we go that full screen, now we are inside of that node, inside of the other node. Because watch, if I if I exit this full screen, we go back into this. And if I click out of this, we exit this full screen, we go back into here. That's a fucking trip, man. All of our stuff is like this. So, yeah, we got a bunch of cool shit, and I know I'm pretty good at storytelling, and I know that I can do some amazing things with this, and I know one of my major skill sets that I need to be exercising as a part of this Watcher Society community is the marketing side of things. I need to be putting our voice out there, doing the webinar for Project 512 and all this stuff we've been talking about. This is also why Project 512 came to a screeching halt, because, man, I've been here before. I've launched these big companies, and it's done nothing but fuck my life up. I've had some upswings for sure, but, man, the downswings have been far, 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 far worse. So much so that I've lost marriages and friendships and all my goddamn money multiple times. And my fucking mental health. I mean, goddamn it. But I don't know how to give up. I do from time to time, but man, I can't give up for very long. So I just keep going. I keep going. So here we are again. So what's happened all the way up until the boot camp live event is that every time I've about ready to launch something that obviously is a game changer, I'm running into that it's diagnosed, and as on the nose as you can diagnose yourself, post-traumatic stress disorder. Those events of my life, I mean, the biggest one is going to prison, man. That wrecked my fucking life still to this goddamn day. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not a fucking criminal. I'm not a bad person, but somehow I ended up in prison. I'm like, I can't remember how many times I cried at night, just wondering how the fuck did I end up here? God damn it! It's not like I lived a life of fucking crime, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, well that's a prison. Like shit. And even bigger is it fucked my brother's life up. It fucked my family up. It fucked all my friends' families' lives up. I mean, fuck, a whole hedge fund fucked a ton of people's lives up right in the prime of my life. I was 30. Fuck, man. So I come out of prison, scared shitless, obviously, and thought I would go hide behind search engine optimization and spam the internet with web pages, faceless type stuff. That worked for a while until I got banned and blacklisted and all the fucking horse shit. And then I fucking had to meet Frank Kern, and then he convinced me I needed to be doing the info product stuff, and then went down that goddamn road. And then all of a sudden people started knowing who I am, and that fucked with my psyche too. And then so I try to do bigger things, and every time I try to do something big, I get butt fucked. I mean, god damn it, man. And I try to do cool shit constantly. I just always end up on the wrong end of the shit. Ultimately, I always end up on the wrong end of it. And, you know, quite often it's my fucking fault, too. So that's the even harder part. I mean, I'm very aware quite often it's my fucking fault. Making bad decisions, or I don't know. I'm not trying to make bad decisions. It just, I make a decision and it ends up being a bad one. Fuck, man. So, I don't know. I've looked at my chart. There's a fair amount of karma that's there, you know, but I've also worked through it. And that's where the Saturn part is there. So this year it's coming, it's alleviating finally. You know, but I'm still fucking terrified, you know. So I mean, at any moment I could have launched 50 fucking things and had all kinds of automated revenue business, including trading. Fuck, I know trading from every goddamn angle. So why don't I do it? Man, because I'm fucking scared. It's easier for me to hide and stay playing small than to fucking just take the risk again, you know? So here we are. We're at this point where I got to figure out how to let you guys help in a way that gets us all what we want. I can get out of the way. I cannot be the bottleneck of this thing, and I don't have to build more UI, and I don't have to build more things to hide behind. Because the other thing, another layer of this that I realize, and I'm realizing it more and more every day. I realized it at that event, man. It wasn't just firing Prometheus. It was firing fucking me because, man, who's running that shit? Me. And I realized, man, I'm not the fucking person for this. I'm an artist. I know how to make things look cool and sound cool and feel cool. But, man, I don't know. Like, I kind of suck at a lot of other things beyond that, honestly. So, I got this badass machine. I can make this machine fucking do anything. I can make it drive traffic. I can make it tell stories and make amazing content, which will drive funnels. And, man, I know how to make converting funnels. It will do all the things. We gotta, I don't know. Okay, so without saying I don't know a million fucking times, I've already been through this with ChatGPT. I've been round and around and around and around for literally years now. This is not a new fucking thing. But finally, at the event, I realized, man, I got to fire me as manager of this Gastown bullshit. Because, like, right now, it's bullshit because it's not getting anybody what they really want. It's fun to talk about and it's fun to ooh and ah about. But meanwhile, this motherfucker's costing me sometimes $5,000 a month. I mean, fuck, man, and it's not spitting that out. That's more important. It's not about the expense. It's that it's not doing what it could be doing. There are a lot of people out there in the world that have a lot less technology than what we have, and that are not as sophisticated at a whole lot of things, that are kicking fucking ass with less stuff than this. And why is that? Is because they're going attacking it, you know? So, and I do not want to be the bottleneck to anybody's fucking success. And I know that I am, because so many of you have put your trust in me, and quite literally shitloads of money for me to perform on this shit. And I fucking haven't done well with that. I mean, I can do all kinds of wizardry and make it look like, but man, I'm just really just building just to hide. That's the fucking truth. And I'll just keep building forever and stay hidden forever and stay fucking broke or just barely struggling forever. Because in the end, here's what I'm realizing, man. I started making a joke about this with myself, but I think you're going to see, I think in the future, when people start realizing what the fuck's going on here, is that this AI stuff is a bit of a gambling epidemic. I'm experiencing it, guys. Man, I mean, I get emotional about it because it's damn near fucked my life up in so many fucking ways. I paid this fucking AI bill before I paid myself. I paid this thing before I paid car payments. I paid for fucking AI bills before I paid rent. I paid AI bills before I bought food many fucking times. It's a fucking gambling addiction. It's no fucking different than alcohol addiction or anything, man. Because this is a fucking slot machine right here. Look at this. Guys, how is this any fucking different than a slot machine? You talk to the thing and it's going to give you a randomized set of outputs. Sometimes you win, you ooh-hoo-hoo-ha, dopamine kick. Sometimes, motherfucker, you get pissed. Well, meanwhile, guess what happens? The fucking bill comes due. You got to pay for the API. You got to pay for the fucking... this. I mean, just this one server bill. Look at this. This fucking got me this month, man. And this is a painful one because this is my fucking fault. This is my fucking fault right here. So if you look at this, starting, I mean, fuck. It goes back further than this, but look, you can look 18th, $117. 1 week later, $112. That was the 25th. So what? Not even a week later, $126. Then 23, and then what was that from there? 8 days after that, 135. 3 days after that, 102. 4 days later, 110. 11 days later, 100. So I added this up today. Oh, wait, this goes back. Here you go. So, look. Compared to back, like, October, $63. All of November, $40. All of December, $40. Few days in January, 47. 4 days or 12, 2 days. 2 weeks later, 120, and then bam, 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 bam. Now I'm getting slammed fucking $100 every few days from something that was $50 a month. And all of a sudden, last month, you add that up. Fuck, guys, that's $1,000 fucking gone. Where did that go? I'll show you. And it's hidden too, man. You don't see it because I'm just getting hit with $1,000 every few days, or sorry, $100 every few days. I don't really notice it because I've got a million other of these things that are hitting. Now look at this. Let's just go from today. Let's go from yesterday to today. Oh wait, maybe I should go to the right dates. I'm just going to show you a random 24-hour period recently. 1.1 million function calls in a 24-hour period. So this is just an average day. 1.1 million function calls. And this is what various things they do, right? And then database bandwidth, this is a big one. A lot of it's backups, but man, we're slinging a lot of data. We got a lot of action compute. It just fucking adds up. So guess where this is going? A lot of this was Polymarket. So look at this. Yeah, this is what fucked it. That Polymarket stuff. God damn, it fucking nailed me. Yeah. Yeah, all this Polymarket. Just because it's moving so much data, right? And this is just one piece of the infrastructure. I'm not trying to complain about this, but I'm just trying to explain to you that this thing is... I started to realize that I know I'm not the only person that's got this. It's because, man, never in my life, developers just don't pay for tools. That's why the whole open source space became such a big thing. Is nobody wants to pay for tools. Man, all of a sudden, developers are paying more. I'm paying more for tools than I ever have in my life. What I mean by tools, well, all these AI services and fucking, man, the list is long. You guys have seen all the fucking shit. A long list of stuff that keeps this afloat, man, and I'm sitting here wondering, fucking why? Why am I doing this? And I'm fucking bending my ass over backwards all the goddamn time to keep the fucking AI bill paid. Why? Man, it's such fucking with me, man. But at the same time, I'm too terrified to put anything out in the world to actually have it. I mean, I've got all the stuff. Well, we've got all these beautiful things. It's a million things, but everything, every one of these things, all beautiful, has all the most epic shit you could ever fucking want in any of them, but there's always a piece missing. Always. And you know what that piece is missing every fucking time? It's fucking me hiding behind shit. Look at this, guys. Look. Like this right here. Look at this thing. I can't even fucking believe this is doing it. Look at this. It's mapping out right here. Right live in front of us right here. This is a 1 minute chart. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 minutes ago. It's already mapping potential one. You can already see it. It's got it fucking figured out. It's got the failed 2 right there. Look. And look where the market had turned. Look, failed 2 is right there. Look, the market fucking turned exactly at the failed 2, exactly where I fucking taught you guys. Damn, it just did it right in front of us. That was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 20 minutes ago. And I mean, just look at this thing. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something that ChatGPT recommended to get me out from hiding. Because to make this work, guys, I got to put myself out there. I mean, I got to step up and I got to be doing podcasts and YouTube videos or whatever the fuck else, social media stuff. And specifically webinars, the marketing side of things. I got to stop fucking building shit. No more building. I mean, I can fix and work on things and, you know, but man, it's time to do the marketing. So marketing, this is the equation that we talked about at the event. I'm going to do it. It's traffic times offer. Actually, let's just spell it out here. Let's do it smaller, make it easier. And we'll do it over here. How about I do it fucking permanently over here? We need traffic. And you need an offer. And you need persuasion. And guess what? You don't need any fucking thing else. And these are all levers. These are all multipliers. So we got to build out these things. So to get the persuasion part, webinars. It's the ultimate thing you can ever do. Webinar. Traffic. What can you do for traffic? Obviously, there's a million ways to do traffic. Social media stuff. It's a big one, obviously. Get these grouped together. Okay, so now I got these all together. We can use our systems for all the various traffic things, from paid traffic to SEO to some other tricks that I've been investigating on how to get AI to mention your stuff. huge way hacks on how to do that. We're plug into that as well. And then offer. So immediately what we got to get together here is offer number 1, which I got to focus on. I keep having the excuse that I haven't had the time, but that's not the fucking truth. The truth is that I just keep building things. It takes up my time because I've been scared because I need to do a fucking Project 512 webinar and do a real funnel with it, with the whole fucking shebang. So that's offer number 1 that's got to happen. Some sort of something, I don't know, maybe there. Okay, and then we've got if we want, this is one we need to talk about because this is an offer that probably shouldn't even do, and that is Oracle Sniper Team. Because man, AI is going to take over that whole damn thing. So, Project 512 offer is webinar funnel, which we need to focus on. Paid traffic, obviously. So that'd be okay. So also the persuasion part lives in here. We'll just put that in the middle because that's part of the whole thing. And then making this more confusing. Let's just put this over here. So in order to get to Project 512, you get this. This is what we're going to do. Authority engines. So I think this is what we'll do with this. We go Authority engine essentially is here. Let me oh wait, I just had it right here. Fuck, I just lost the whole thing. This is one thing I hate about working with this thing. Such a stream of consciousness kind of. Damn, I just had it there. Here it is. I'm just going to leave this right here. Okay, so I'm going to just do this. Copy this for now. So what I'm actually doing, because, man, I can't figure this out for myself, I have just literally started asking AI what to fucking do. Like, laying out, what do I do with all of this shit? So it came up with some good stuff. I think it's pretty good, actually. So the authority engines... Let me pop this back up here. I'm going to just ask it in real time here. Hey, can you give me some bullet points on our authority engines and how powerful they are? Just regular text is fine. Bulleted. This will be slow, man. ChatGPT is so damn slow anymore. So authority engines is essentially our whole system, right? It's everything. It's all of this. Authority engine, I actually posted a little snippet earlier in Where did I put that? I put it in Discord earlier. It made sense somewhere where I put it. Oh, it was in the gas sound thing, I think. Yeah, we build. Yeah, I'm going to copy this actually. Oh, come on, man. God damn it. Fuck, this UI is a pain in the ass sometimes. What is this? What are you doing to me? Okay. There. Fucking hell. I just wanted to be bigger. Shit. Oh my God, what are you doing to me? You're gonna make me fucking lose my goddamn mind. Here we go. Holy shit. Can you just work with it? Here we go. Okay. So, Authority Engine is a trust site plus a show plus distribution and human curation. Well, yeah, using Dark Factory plus human curation. Dark Factory plus human curation. Yeah, so this needs to be bigger too. So an Authority Engine is the whole shebang, automated by Gas Sound, Prometheus, all the agents, etc. So Authority Engine, like Living in Health, a brand that you build over time because, as we know, trust is eroding super fast. So we want to take advantage of the time right now while getting is good for... I think this needs to be separated from here, actually. Yeah, I think this part needs to be part of here.
Exist.
Yeah.
But
if you're an entrepreneur and know that you're destined for more but not following through,
okay, so this
here's
is good.
why.
This is
Hi,
good,
my
actually.
there are some in other states like
Because we got this
Arkansas,
part here that
Arizona,
needs
a
to be
couple
over
other
here.
places
Come
that
on,
they
man.
can
Come on,
sublet
work
to,
with me,
so to
work
speak.
with me.
That they can turn a current production line for whatever into a production line for some of these missiles and some of the more sorely needed ones. They're being held up by the fact that the people are demanding far too much in order to convert their production lines because they realize it might be a will o' the wisp thing. They might make a lot of money for a year, but then it go away. I don't know if that's an indicator, but I think it is that we're getting desperate.
Be doing some.
Hey, let me throw in another interesting statistic I came across the other day. I was compelled to look it up.
So,
do you know how long it takes to build an F-35?
Living in Health type site that would
18
include
to 24
brand that you
months.
build over the next couple of years using a system that uses
World War
AI.
II.
How about one that works? How long does it take to build one that works?
Yeah, well, that's all. And you get the software function. That's a whole nother animal. In World War II, how long did it take the United States to build a B-24 Liberator bomber?
Let's see what it says.
Care to guess?
I remember one factory doing one in a day, I think.
Or 63 minutes to assemble it. And but you're correct, Larry, that they actually get ready to fly
This
and
chapter
out the
on
door,
leash training
so it
for
could go
dogs
on
is
the
all about
airfield.
helping you and
18
your
to
Labrador
24
Retriever
hours.
enjoy walks without the tug
So
of
that's
war.
where we've come in the
It
course of
emphasizes
80
the
years. You want to
importance
call
of
that
rewarding
progress?
loose leash walking
It's
right from the start.
we were putting out
The penalty
planes
yard
and
exercise
tanks
is a
and
fantastic
ships
quick win.
because
Just
in
3
this
steps
in
of
this
loose leash
industrial
earns
scale
a
war that
treat.
was World War
This
II,
approach helps your dog
that's what
learn
you
that
needed to
walking
stay in the
calmly
fight. Well,
is
guess
more
what?
rewarding.
We're back into that kind of warfare now with what's going on, and we don't have the industrial capability to do it. We've seen it, and that's what was exposed in the war between with Russia and Ukraine and Russia's special military operation. Mark Rutte, Secretary General of NATO, just admitted, 3 months ago, Russia's producing more artillery shells in 3 months than we, including the United States, all of us combined, can produce in a year. And now they want to get into a fight with Iran, which is going to be a proxy fight with China and Russia backing them. Good luck with that, guys.
Colonel
Just
Wilkerson.
to put that in some deeper perspective, in the last year of the war, 44-45, we built 59,000 airplanes all by ourselves, 59,000 airplanes. And when the war ended in Tokyo Harbor, we had 118 carriers. We're lucky if we can get 7 to sea today.
Yeah.
Now they're far more capable, bigger, and more technologically sophisticated. Yeah, but they sink the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't float with holes in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the New York Times recently wrote that this war in Iran will expose the limits of China's power. But I wanted to ask you, perhaps, Larry, you can start with the limits of both Israel and the U.S.'s power here, because we mentioned that Israel is days away now. About 3 or 4 days ago, Washington Post was talking about 10 to 12 days Israel will run out of air defenses. And this is the monumental cost. It's costing about 200+ million, upwards of 300 million per day to keep up these operations. Mm-hmm. And one of the big limits, this is a kind of a profound moment in the sense that the limits are also being exposed by the Western mainstream media. Here, satellite images reveal Bloomberg report that Trump's dilemma over Iran's nuclear complex is getting worse. And this is what they had to say. Satellite images show atomic installations were only grazed after 4 days of Israeli bombardment. Damage to Iran's central enrichment facility, Natanz, is primarily limited to electricity switch yards and transformers. While those installations are critical, experts say they can be prepared within months. They did some damage, but left a lot intact, said a former inspector, Robert Kelly of the IAEA. So,
business owners and salespeople, if you want to experience massive confidence and quickly break through to the next level,
your comments, Larry.
Well, number one, Israel is making a big deal. Oh man, we hit this planet. I think it's called Arak, A-R-A-K. Only problem was it's an inactive nuclear reactor. It had been filled in years ago. So they might as well have been blowing up a dead car in a junkyard. Meaningless act. The Israeli Air Force has not been filmed actually flying over Iranian territory. They're flying up to the edge, launching and not going in because Iran's air defense system is back. They are able to fire missiles that the Iran air defense has not been capable or effective in shooting down, at least many of them. So, you've got that element going on, but the capability that Iran or Israel is now in uncharted territory. Yeah, they fought a 6-day war in the past. They fought a 7-day war, but the combination that they've now been battling Hamas for almost 2 years. It'll be it's one. So we're 22nd month, 23rd month, or I guess 22nd month of fighting. They've not been able to defeat Hamas. They're claiming that they defeated Hezbollah, but Hezbollah is just holding its fire for right now. There's no need for them to get further involved because Iran's doing just fine. Yeah, is Israel inflicting some damage? Oh, sure they are, but it is not the kind of damage that is crippling. And I use the comparison of Russia and Ukraine. when you look at the size differential between Ukraine and Russia, you know, Russia much larger, both in terms of population. It's got 5 times, 6 times the population of Ukraine, but its industrial capability is enormous. But look at the kind of firepower Russia's unleashed on Ukraine over the last 3 years. It's significant and substantial, but it hasn't caused Ukraine to collapse. Are you telling me that the Israeli armed forces, Israeli defense forces, have inflicted more damage in 5 days on Iran than Russia has inflicted on Ukraine in 3 years? Oh, forget about it. It's ridiculous. Have they caused the damage? Sure. But here comes the problem for Israel. When they're looking at targeting Iran, Iran is 27 times the size of Israel. Israel's got finite resources. They don't have infinite resources of planes, personnel, pilots, missiles, or any kind of ordnance to deliver. So they've got to choose particular targets. And Iran has an advantage now knowing that they're going to go after Fordo, this nuclear facility that's buried about 400 meters underground and has been specifically hardened to prevent it being attacked by even nuclear devices. Israel's got to pick and choose. Well, look at it from the Iranian standpoint. They got this little country. They got 3 ports. They've already taken out the port Eilat in the south thanks to the Houthis. They've now shut down Haifa, as you were noting in your opening commentary, Danny. They've shut down a refinery. It's not like, Iran's got dozens of refineries. Israel's got that one little one, and it looks like it's dead. Israel's got a limited number of power plants. Israel's got limited number of nuclear research facilities. So from an Iran standpoint, just tactically and strategically, they're able to pick off, they're just picking off Israel one piece at a time. And, Israel can do its best impression of the Black Knight from the Monty Python, the Holy Grail movie. It's just a flesh wound. But Iran literally is chopping off the arms and legs of Israel, blowing up the Weizmann Institute. When they hit the Microsoft facility, that was connected to Unit 8200, which is an NSA type collection agency. Israel cannot sustain this level of loss. They do not have the strategic depth to do so.
Yeah, Colonel Wilkerson, please add your commentary.
Well, I just say the United States can add to that depth, but not a lot. And it's becoming less and less every day that goes by, because we are still sending, I just found out this morning, fairly major stuff to Ukraine. If the piece I read about what's going on over there and the proposals for a better way of looking at it, giving Trump some options on how to deal with Putin and maybe bring it to a close, the author was saying that we have not shut it down, and certainly Europe has not shut it down. So you might say we're giving enough to remain on life support, but that's a drag. That's a drag on our capacity to do what Israel wants us to do for them. And all
the world's first titanium nonstick pan. It's going to blow your hair back. I'm Mike Pagale, 3 Michelin.
This is a strategy that goes back 30 years. The U.S. and Israel aim for hegemony in West Asia, and this has been carried out through a series of wars with Iran as the big target, actually dating back to Netanyahu's entry as Prime Minister of Israel. So this is basically a CIA, Mossad long-term strategy. It has left a trail of blood throughout the Middle East, actually stretching from Libya, which the U.S. and Israel and others overthrew and 2011, killing Muammar Gaddafi and putting Libya into turmoil. It stretches to Sudan, where Mossad played a major role in fomenting the breakup of Sudan. It includes the genocide in Gaza, the occupation and annexation of the West Bank. It includes the overthrow of the Syrian government, which was a CIA Mossad operation that began in 2011. It includes the invasion of Iraq by the United States in 2003. And the plan all along has been to overthrow the government of Iran one way or another. They have used bombing in the past. They have used assassinations in the past. They have used economic warfare in the past. Now they're trying again with another bombing campaign. This one will fail also, but I think the consequences for the world will be very serious.
Apart from the bombing campaign or using economic warfare previously, they have also bombed elementary high schools, killing girls, more than hundreds in numbers in Minab in Hormozgan province in southern Iran. Can it be defined as a terror tactic to terrorize citizens of Iran?
Israel committed a genocide in Gaza. It killed tens of thousands of children. So Israel is a terrorist state. This is unfortunately the sad fact.
Donald Trump, in his war speech, has openly called for quote-unquote regime change. He has asked Iranians to rise up against their own government. The idea is that this decapitation of the leadership would lead to a vacuum. But analysts on Iran has said that most likely leadership the old guards, which would be more nationalistic, would fill the space. There are also reports about Iran being turned into a garrison state like North Korea, essentially diverting more important resources from civilian and economic use towards military uses. I wonder your thoughts on that.
Iran is very much an institutionalized polity. The killing of the supreme leader is an outrage. Assassinating foreign heads of state is extremely dangerous, provocative, reckless, illegal behavior. Gloating about it is beyond vulgar, but it doesn't end a government. There will not be, quote, boots on the ground in Iran by the United States or Israel. A decapitation strike, literally killing the head of government, is not going to change the Iranian government. It's going to basically put the policy in a war mode, which means that the Islamic Revolutionary Corps, Guard Corps, will be in charge. They are not surrendering. They understand they have more missiles than Israel and the United States have missile defenses. And so this idea of regime change by the U.S. and Israel is, like so many other delusional actions by the United States and Israel, essentially doomed to fail.
أنا نسمع نازحة من معسكر جباليا. إحنا طلعنا بمدرسة وأنا طبعاً كنت حامل. كانت صعبة جداً جداً. أول إشي عانينا من المشي الشديد أثناء نزوحنا وهربنا.
Undeclared wars are commonplace.
And
the CIA's involvement in bringing us to this war. But first, this. Don't you just cringe when people say, "I told you so"? Sorry, I told you gold and silver would reap the benefits.
Because later in the afternoon today, he said that this could go on for months. And what's the goal? It's easy to start a war. It's easy to overthrow a government. It's very, very difficult to stabilize a region and then pull out safely. Did we learn nothing in Iraq or Afghanistan? So I'm gravely concerned about this whole thing.
There are reports in European media today, I haven't seen any of them over here, that over the weekend, the Trump administration reached out to the Italian foreign ministry and asked them to reach out to the Iranian foreign ministry, and offer a ceasefire. If true, what does that tell you about the American thinking if they want a ceasefire 48 hours after they started?
That tells me that they thought the entire Iranian government would collapse as soon as hostilities were initiated. That hasn't happened, and they're starting to worry about a plan B. Also, I learned just in the last couple of hours that the United Arab Emirates has 7 days worth of surface-to-air missiles left, and Qatar has 4 days worth of surface-to-air missiles left. Both countries have reached out urgently to the United States asking for replacements, and there are no replacements. So something's got to give.
These are countries that house American military personnel, and Iran is not attacking civilians or even government in those countries. It's attacking the American bases. Do I have that right?
For the most part, there have been a couple of Iranian suicide drones aimed at the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world that's in Dubai, at the Jebel Ali free port just south of Dubai, and then oddly at the port of Oman and a small town outside of Muscat. I'm not sure exactly what the reason for that would be, especially because it was the Omanis who were trying to negotiate a deal between the US and Iran. But for the most part, the Iranian targets are American military installations. Yes, in specifically the GCC countries, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates.
We know of 18 casualties, among whom are four fatalities. I don't know the status of the 3 American pilots whose jet planes were shot down supposedly by mistake by the Kuwaitis. I believe that they bailed out and landed safely. If they landed in Kuwait, they're probably safe by now. I mean, Kuwait is not going
That's the report.
harm them or detain them.
Right.
Have you heard from publicly from President Trump or Secretary of State Rubio or Secretary of State Hegseth for a clear delineation of the goal of this war, or a clear articulation of a feasible military goal?
I have not, Your Honor. And I'll tell you, this reminds me very, very much of the run-up to war with Iraq in 2002 and early 2003, where anybody in the policy community wanted to talk about was initiating hostilities, and there was no plan to get out. There was no plan to try to encourage a stable, popular government. It was just move in, overthrow, and see what happens next. And it's like history repeating itself.
If you want to have a job in the next 5 years, these are the AI rules you need to know.
What does the CIA have to do, if anything, with the initiation of these hostilities? For example, on Friday, when this war started, I guess it was Friday evening Iran time, or maybe it was Saturday morning Iran time, I think. Were there CIA agents on the ground in Tehran?
24 hours ago, I would have said that's ridiculous. But it's actually not ridiculous. The New York Times reported that the truth of what happened on the ground is the opposite of what we were led to believe. We were led to believe that the Mossad had the Iranian government utterly infiltrated from the top to the bottom. But the New York Times reported yesterday that it was actually the CIA that had the Iranian government infiltrated, and it was the CIA that passed locational targeting information on the Iranian leadership to the Israelis, that the Israelis then used to kill Supreme Leader Khamenei and former President Ahmadinejad and virtually the entire military and nuclear leadership. It was a CIA operation, not a Mossad operation.
How did the CIA know that the Ayatollah and his family were in his house at one time in one place?
Well, I think they knew a couple of different ways. First of all, Ayatollah Khamenei was actually pretty public with a statement that if the Iranian people didn't have bunkers to run to, that he would not run to a bunker. And so it was pretty likely that he was going to be either in his house or his office, which were both in the same compound. I don't think anybody could have guessed that his family would be there. I would have assumed his family had run, into hiding. But when the Israelis bombed the compound, they killed everybody. And it turned out to be Khamenei, his daughter, his son-in-law, and a grandchild. You have to wonder, the Israelis have bragged for years about the number of people that they've recruited in Iran. And most of them, at least many of them, were Afghan refugees. Refugees in Iran get nothing. They get no food, no shelter, no medical care, no nothing. And so if you approach these people and you say, look, I'll give you $100 a month to stand on this corner and write in a little book how often General so-and-so leaves his apartment and what time he returns and what route he took when he left, well, that's $100 you didn't have yesterday. That's $100 that you can use to feed yourself if you're a penniless refugee. And I think now that it wasn't just the Israelis that had these operations underway, it was
Best way to unclog your arteries? Cut out salt? Nope. Take blood pressure meds? Nope. Follow the DASH diet? Nope.
Welcome back. We are joined today by Colonel Douglas Macgregor, a decorated combat veteran, author, and former advisor to the U.S. Secretary of Defense. Thank you for coming back on. We are now heading towards the end of day 3 of the war against Iran. And I think it's fair to say that I think Trump was hoping for a quick war, but it doesn't appear that there will be any quick regime change operation happening here. How are you assessing it, though? How should we, I guess, measure the developments of the war and what to expect?
I think the first thing we can say is that the Iranians have targeted at least 27 bases, including port facilities in the Middle East, ranging from Incirlik Air Base all the way down to Dubai in the Gulf. So the war has been effectively regionalized, and the consequences of these actions cannot really be fully appreciated yet. Everyone knows about the Gulf and what has already happened in the oil markets. Today, the oil markets in Europe opened about 20% higher, simply based on the probability that the oil supply would be disrupted for some period of time. So I think we're headed towards more than $100 a barrel. We'll get there pretty quickly. How high, I don't know, but I think that's going to happen. And if you look at a place like the United Arab Emirates, very inexpensive drones have defeated what appear to be some of the world's most expensive air and missile defenses and put a number of airstrips, airports out of business. You have to understand that in the Gulf, there are all sorts of international conglomerates, especially a lot of Indian conglomerates, that do a huge, huge business through the United Arab Emirates and Dubai. All of this is effectively being shut down. You also have millions of people. There are about 4.6 million Indians who own businesses in the Emirates who are now stranded, and they are a critical component of the economy. In addition to those, there are, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of Europeans, Americans, and others who are stranded. Right now, you've got to cross the mountains down to Muscat in order to find an aircraft that'll take you out. I think the damage that's being done to the oil infrastructure is only now really beginning. We have evidence that some oil refineries have been struck, particularly in Saudi Arabia. I think we're going to see more of that. So we're at the beginning of what is ostensibly a long regional war. And we haven't even begun to assess the possibility that others may become involved, because this emergency created by the Gulf War affects India, it affects Northeast Asia, it affects Turkey, it affects Europe. Effectively, the entire world is now focused on this war that is ostensibly between Israel and Iran. Now, the funny thing about this war is that it did not begin with a joint Israeli-American assault. It began with an Israeli attack. And Secretary of State Rubio seems to have told the group of 8, these are senators in the U.S. Senate that are part of the Senate Armed Services Committee, that Israel began the attack. We had not been informed of it. We were not warned that they were going to do this. All we knew was always a possibility. And we decided to simply join in because we were not yet satisfied with our posture at the beginning of this. So we seem to have come late to the party. And now we've begun to feel the full impact of all these missiles. A number of missiles have been fired at ships that have yet to strike them. And we know that 3 F-15 fighters were downed. We're attributing that to friendly fire, although there are some disputes about that in terms of others in the region and the world who seem to think the Iranians did it. In any case, we lost 3 F-15s. We didn't lose the pilots. But we have lost American sailors, soldiers, sailors, airmen, or Marines. We just don't know how many. We've admitted, I think, to 3 or 4, but I suspect there's more than that. So the question is, where are we headed? I think we're headed into a long campaign. And, I'm sure you listened to statements by Secretary Hegseth and President Trump, laced with all this business about the state sponsor of terrorism and how it will have to submit ultimately to Israel and the United States. I think these are very incautious and stupid statements. They don't comport with reality. I mean, frankly, Glenn, if we were interested in combating radical Islam, we would probably be focused on Pakistan and certainly on Syria right now, which is headed by the remnants of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Those two states don't seem to come up for discussion very much. And Pakistan in particular has been the sort of incubator of radical Islam and Islamist terrorism for a long time. So this is really about Israel's interest in destroying Iran and removing it as an obstacle to Israeli military hegemony or Jewish supremacy, however you want to put it. And we're into it. We're committed to it. And I think ultimately logistics will probably have a big impact because we will eventually run out of missiles. And I think we're on the road already because I just don't think President Trump or his advisors really believed that they would end up in a long war with Iran. And that's where they are right now.
Well, besides from the military targets, as you mentioned, we also seen attacks on ports, oil refineries, shipping, airports, some hotels. There seems to be several civilian targets as well. Did this take you by surprise? And how do you see the cost benefit to Iran here? Because on one hand, they want to inflict as much pain as possible, but I assume they don't want to pull in too many other external actors, because doesn't this risk entering into the war? The Gulf states or even the Europeans suggested that they would come in and defend their assets, their bases, and their allies. How do you assess the calculations on the Iranian side?
I think the Iranian know that the Emirates and the Saudis have played a duplicitous game, that they have tried to play both sides to the middle, as we say. So I don't think the Iranians regret any of that, and I think they want to make the world feel pain because they are feeling acute pain. So that's not surprising in the least. As far as the Europeans are concerned, they've known from the very beginning Iran presents no threat. You know, that was laughable when we insisted on this installation in Romania, this anti-ballistic missile installation, on the grounds that we were protecting our European allies from Iranian missile attack. Nobody believed in that. That's nonsense. As far as the Europeans intervening to do anything, I think the British have sent their F-22s. Whether or not they've done anything, I don't know. Now, I know that...
Now, this is just the sweetest wallet I've ever seen. GPS trackable, trigger engaged, and...
Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps announced on Sunday that 4 ballistic missiles had struck the USS Abraham Lincoln, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier worth $13 billion, carrying over 5,000 American sailors, and operating as the launch platform for the entire U.S. air campaign against Iran. CENTCOM responded within hours. They called it a lie. They said the missiles did not even come close. They said the Lincoln was still launching aircraft. And then they confirmed, without saying it directly, that Iran had, in fact, targeted the Lincoln with ballistic missiles, that those missiles had been fired in the direction of the carrier, and that the Lincoln had taken defensive action. Here's the part that nobody is explaining clearly. The question is not whether Iran hit Abraham Lincoln. CENTCOM confirmed they did not. The question is what it means that Iran tried, what it tells you about Iran's military capability, about the vulnerability of a $13 billion warship in a modern drone and missile war, and about what happens the next time Iran fires and the intercept is not clean. Let us start with the exact statements, because the gap between what Iran said and what CENTCOM confirmed is where the real story lives. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps issued this statement on Sunday. The U.S. aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln was struck by 4 ballistic missiles. Iranian state media carried it immediately. Iranian television broadcast it as a confirmed military victory. The claim spread across every social media platform within minutes, and within hours, it had been viewed tens of millions of times. CENTCOM's response was blunt and public. The Lincoln was not hit. The missiles launched did not even come close. Lincoln continues to launch aircraft in support of CENTCOM's relentless campaign to defend the American people by eliminating threats from the Iranian regime. Not hit, did not even come close. Still launching aircraft, 3 declarative sentences, no hedging, no qualification, posted publicly on social media for the entire world to read. So one side says 4 missiles hit the carrier. The other side says the missiles did not even come close. One of these statements is accurate. Here is how you know which one. U.S. defense officials confirmed that there was no impact on the carrier, no structural damage, and no reported casualties aboard the vessel. According to the Pentagon, the USS Abraham Lincoln continues to conduct standard flight operations in support of U.S. Central Command activities in the region. The carrier is deploying F/A-18E Super Hornet and F-35C fighter aircraft as part of ongoing missions. No structural damage, no casualties, standard flight operations continuing, F/A-18s and F-35s still taking off and landing. If 4 ballistic missiles had struck a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the largest warship class in human history, there would be no standard flight operations. There would be a catastrophic damage control situation, mass casualties, and a national emergency broadcast. There is none of that. CENTCOM is telling the truth about the Lincoln not being hit. But here is what CENTCOM also confirmed, and what they said much more quietly. CENTCOM confirmed that the aircraft carrier, as well as potentially other vessels in its carrier strike group, are among the targets designated by Iran in response to the attacks carried out over the past 2 days. Iran designated Abraham Lincoln as a named priority target. Iran fired ballistic missiles in its direction. The missiles did not hit, but they were fired. At a $13 billion warship carrying 5,000 American sailors. That is the confirmed reality, and it is alarming enough without inventing a hit that did not happen. Now here's the context that makes Sunday's missile attack even more significant. Because this is not the first time Iran has targeted this specific carrier, and the previous incident happened less than 1 month ago. On February 3rd, 2026, a U.S. warplane shot down an Iranian drone that aggressively approached the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. Hours later, Iranian forces harassed a U.S. merchant vessel in the Strait of Hormuz and threatened to board it. February 3rd, less than 4 weeks before the war started, Iran sent a Shahed 139 drone directly toward Abraham Lincoln. The drone was shot down by a Navy F-35C fighter jet from the carrier, as it aggressively approached the Lincoln with unclear intent. The Lincoln was transiting the Arabian Sea roughly 500 miles from Iran's southern coast. 1 month before the war, Iran was already probing Lincoln's defenses, sending drones toward it, testing the response time, testing the intercept capability, testing how close they could get before the carrier's defensive systems engaged. That is not a coincidence. That is reconnaissance, gathering intelligence on exactly how the Lincoln defends itself, so that when the real attack came, Iran would know the gaps. Alex Plitzas, a senior fellow with the Atlantic Council focused on the Middle East, said, "Many counter-UAS capabilities require close proximity to engage. The U.S. likely wanted to ensure it did not get too close and made the call to take it out of caution. Fighter aircraft have been used to down Iranian drones over the past few years, but it does speak to the lack of an inexpensive capability to effectively deal with the situation, as the missiles and fighter aircraft flights are expensive." Read that last sentence carefully. It speaks to the lack of an inexpensive capability to effectively deal with the situation. The United States does not have a cheap way to stop Iranian drones. Every intercept costs millions. Every F-35 sortie costs tens of thousands of dollars in fuel and maintenance alone. Iran's Shahed drones cost between $20,000 and $50,000 each. The economic asymmetry is real, and a senior Atlantic Council fellow confirmed it on the record 1 month before the war started. Now here is the military reality that the Pentagon's public statements carefully avoid. Because the vulnerability of aircraft carriers to modern drone and missile swarms is the most important and least discussed strategic issue of this entire conflict. 2 U.S. aircraft carriers, the USS Abraham Lincoln and the USS Gerald R. Ford, were in the Middle East when the strikes on Iran began. The Lincoln was in the Arabian Sea and the Ford in the Mediterranean off Israel.
If you're an entrepreneur, procrastination is your friend, not your enemy. And here's the proof. Hi.
2 carriers, one in the Arabian Sea, within range of Iranian ballistic missiles, one in the Mediterranean, farther from Iran, but now exposed to Hezbollah's missile arsenal from Lebanon, both simultaneously being used as launch platforms. Both were simultaneously designated as Iranian targets. Iran has sent thousands of drones and missiles at targets around the Middle East, and analysts have expressed concern that stocks of the interceptors, taxed by last year's 12-day war between Israel and Iran, and by units supplied to Ukraine to defend against Russian attacks, could run low if Iran keeps up its retaliatory strikes over an extended time. Interceptor stocks could run low. That assessment, from CNN's military analysis, is the number that should be on the front page of every newspaper in America. The Patriot and THAAD interceptors that protect American carriers and bases are not in unlimited supply. They are manufactured in American factories at a rate of hundreds per year. Iran is firing thousands of drones and missiles. The math has a conclusion, and the conclusion is not in America's favor if this war runs for weeks. As a confirmed precedent, the USS Harry S. Truman, while conducting high-speed evasive maneuvers during Houthi attacks in the region, lost an F-A-18 Super Hornet overboard when the fighter jet slid off one of the ship's elevators into the sea. The aircraft, which belonged to Strike Fighter Squadron 136 Nighthawks, could not be secured in time and slid into the sea from one of the ship's elevators. No Iranian weapon hit Truman. High-speed evasive maneuvers, the defensive action the carrier took to avoid Iranian weapons, caused the loss of a $67 million fighter jet. The carrier defended itself successfully, and it still lost a Super Hornet in the process. That is what modern carrier defense looks like in an active missile threat environment. And the Lincoln is now operating in exactly that environment, every hour of every day. Now, here is the strategic logic behind Iran targeting the carrier. Because it is not primarily military, it is psychological and political. The USS Abraham Lincoln is not just a weapons platform, it is a symbol. It is named after America's most beloved president. It costs $13 billion. It represents American naval supremacy, the doctrine that the United States can project lethal air power anywhere on Earth from international waters that no enemy can control. If Iran hits the Lincoln, even partially, even with minor damage, even with a single drone that reaches the flight deck, it shatters that doctrine in front of the entire world. China is watching. Russia is watching. North Korea is watching. Every adversary that has spent decades studying how to defeat American carrier strike groups is watching Iran's targeting attempts and logging every data point. What weapons does Iran use? What approach vectors? What happens to the intercept systems under sustained pressure? How does the carrier maneuver? Although the statement indicates that the missiles launched did not even come close, the threat they represent, as well as the actions and precautions that ships must adopt, should not be taken lightly. Should not be taken lightly. That is a military analysis publication telling you directly. Do not let CENTCOM's confident denial make you dismiss what Iran attempted. The attempt itself is the intelligence operation. Every missile fired at the Lincoln, whether it comes close or not, teaches Iran something about American carrier defense that Iran did not know before it fired. So here is where this stands. Iran fired 4 ballistic missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln. CENTCOM confirmed the missiles did not hit and did not come close. The Lincoln is still launching aircraft. Iran's claim of a hit is false. And here's the question CENTCOM's statement does not answer. How close did they actually come? CENTCOM confirmed the attempt. CENTCOM confirmed that Lincoln took defensive action. Officials did not disclose the precise distance between the missiles' trajectories and the carrier's location, nor did they specify the number of missiles launched beyond acknowledging the attempted strike. They will not say how close. They will not say exactly how many missiles were fired. They will not describe what defensive systems engaged or how much interceptor capacity was consumed, stopping 4 ballistic missiles aimed at a carrier. They confirmed enough to deny the Iranian claim and nothing more. Iran will fire again. The Lincoln is a named priority target. The IRGC has publicly committed to targeting American carriers. The interceptor stockpile concern is real and confirmed by multiple analysts. And the precedent from the USS Truman proves that even successful defense of a carrier can cost America a $67 million fighter jet. CENTCOM said the Lincoln was not hit and the missiles did not even come close. That is confirmed, and that is the truth. What is also confirmed is that Iran fired ballistic missiles at the most valuable warship in the United States Navy and will almost certainly fire again. The Lincoln is still launching aircraft. For now.
Don't look up Moringa. Seriously, just skip this. You walk past it in the market. You hear the name here and there. But nobody tells you what Moringa actually is. And honestly, that's the part that frustrates me. Because this one plant has 23 times the iron of spinach, 7 times the calcium of milk, 11 times the vitamin A of carrots, 10 times the vitamin C of oranges, 15 times the potassium of bananas, 4 times the fiber of oats. And somehow, you never hear about it. Meanwhile, people are spending hundreds on supplements that don't even come close. Moringa contains 92 of the 102 nutrients your body uses in one simple leaf. But the truth is, this isn't the only ingredient nobody explains.
Senior official told reporters that activity isn't continuing anymore. Which is it?
It just doesn't stop here. Welcome back to Moose and Loose. My name's David. Today we've got Mark Carney making a big announcement, billions of dollars in
Senior official told reporters that activity isn't continuing anymore. Which is it?
It just doesn't stop here. Welcome back to Moose and Loose. My name's David. Today we've got Mark Carney making a big announcement, billions of dollars in deals for Canada.